I'm Lauren DeCicca. I'm a photojournalist and documentary photographer working primarily in Burma and Cambodia in Southeast Asia. And I graduated Ithaca College in 2011 with a degree in still photography and fine art. It was September of 2013, and I had been working in an HIV shelter, like outside of downtown Yangon. And this place was like haunting me because I couldn't make any good photos. So I went back 3 months later and forced myself to be there. And it was awkward. I put like a manually focused 50 on my camera and like forced myself to shoot with that. So I had to get close with people and spend time like right next to them. And then I was like playing with a cat at the place and a man next to me collapsed. And that was the first moment that I felt like I was photographing something and people understood why I was there and what I was doing, and they just like opened up to me. And that was the first time that I actually felt like I had a right to take photos. So this photo is across the river from Yangon, which is the commercial capital of Myanmar. It's basically just a guy going down an import ship. They were siphoning oil off of the ships and they were recycling it so then they could put it back on the boats. And these ships go through like maybe twice a week. I think every 3 days they come through, get new oil, drop off gravel. And these people are basically building the infrastructure of Myanmar as it develops. This is my friend Pew, and she is a 26-year-old Muslim woman who lives in Myanmar. She's one of the strongest people I know, but basically Muslim women in Myanmar are like the lowest of the low, unfortunately. Women are at the bottom. And in Burma, Muslims are at the bottom. But my friend Pew has ambitions to change the medical curriculum, and she's going to get her PhD in Thailand to be a physical therapist, and wants to work in Myanmar and like try to change the medical system for the better because it has the worst healthcare in the world right now. And Pew wants to change that, but given her status as a Muslim woman, it's very unlikely that she'll be put in a position of power or in higher education. So Pew is trying to stand up for women's rights and Islamic rights in Myanmar. This was one of the first experience I had with like really immersing myself in a topic. And this picture, it doesn't need to show his face. And he's carrying the weight of like what he's been going through and what he's dealing with. But instead of carrying it in a negative way, he's carrying it in a positive way. Like the Veterans Sanctuary Combat Paper Project. It's like making poetry and paper out of their experiences at war. And it's really beautiful and it's very therapeutic for them. But it's also like this picture reminds me of someone like marching with their weapon, like with their gun in a very orderly way. But he's doing it with this paper project that he's been working on.